Is the Quora partner program ruining Quora? Now, if you're not a familiar user with Quora, you're not active, or you're not sure what the Quora partner program even is, it's essentially a program in which people can ask questions, and depending on how many views those questions get, be it from internal Quora browsing or from something like external traffic like search engines and whatnot, the person asking the question could get compensated. And this is because Quora runs ads on their site. They make a certain amount of money through their ad views and through their own ad network. And so this is kind of a way to encourage people to ask more questions and hopefully improve traffic to Quora and get more relevant questions inside of existing users' feeds. So people spend more time on the site, Quora makes more money, and some of that money gets kicked back to the people asking the questions. The problem with this is it's generated a absolute ton of questions that the asker doesn't even care if they don't care about the answer. What they care about is that it'll get search worthy and people will click on it and it will get them the revenue they're hoping to get. An example would be like what's the easiest way to make $10 online a day? What's the easiest way to make $15 online a day? What's the easiest way to make $100 online a day? And so on. Or questions like, what's the best thing about France? What's the best thing about visiting Canada? What's the best thing about traveling to China? And basically, you can see how this very quickly clutters up Quora with these kind of junk questions that not only have been asked a million times before, but again, the original person asking the question doesn't even care about the answer. They're just hoping to get the impressions and the revenue from those questions. Now, going as far as to say, is this ruining Quora? Well, it's pretty well known that these sorts of issues were happening to Quora before the partner program was even introduced in the first place. You still got all these kind of repeated questions with slightly different variations that were still plaguing the site, but it has definitely gotten worse. The biggest thing that's been an issue with me is that I am a casual browser of Quora. I like to go on there and read even if I'm not actively answering questions. And unfortunately, feeds have gotten cluttered up with these sort of junk questions that nobody cares about because Quora thinks, Quora tries to recommend content that it thinks you'll be interested in. And because there's so much content being put out through these junk questions, unfortunately, a lot of that gets pushed into your own feed as well. What can be done about this? Well, if you're an answer on Quora, you'll often get what's called as answer requests, or people asking you specifically to answer a certain question. What I highly recommend doing is clicking through on that person's profile that requested it and seeing how many questions they've asked. If they've asked, 2,000 questions and they've only answered 20, you can be pretty sure that they're just trying to maximize their earnings from the partner program. And what I usually do is one, I never answer any of these questions that I get. And two, I try to hide all the posts I can from that person so I don't end up getting any more of their spam in my feed. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out if there's any more tips. Other than that, if you're looking to view if a question actually has, if you haven't been asked to answer it, you can click on the questions and view its stats, and then you can see who the initial asker of the question was. So if you want to block or hide posts from those people, you're also able to do so. Unfortunately, it looks like Quora is looking to pursue more of this program. They're not seeming to be doing anything about these kind of spammers. So it'll be interesting to see how this continues to affect the platform going forward. Anyway, I hope this helped deal with some of the spam generated from the Quora Partner Program askers. And if you have anything else or any other questions about this program, go ahead and let me know. Actually, before I end this video, some people might be wondering, is it worth it to get invited to this? Well, I am a Quora partner technically. I've asked one question. It's earned 4 cents, I think, about 4 cents. Most people are also only earning pennies per question. It's not to say there aren't people making, a little bit from it. Quora likes to tell us every single week how much the top partners have earned. But for most people, it's not worth it. And certainly not if you're looking to build any sort of personal brand. It just makes you look cheap, and which is the main reason I haven't even tried to think of more legitimate questions for it than the spam going on. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off. I don't mean to ramble. So any further questions, just let me know. Thanks.